WHAS 11 Weather First.
Good evening, I'm meteorologist Colleen Peterson. We had a nice day, a few clouds, but now we're nice and clear, meaning that tomorrow we have plenty of sunshine in store. A little chilly though. We have temperatures dipping down to the mid-50s starting out your Tuesday, then nothing but sunshine and low humidity in that forecast. WHAS 11 night team starts right now.
Hundreds of Grayson County educators rallied today for a boost in pay, calling themselves some of the lowest paid educators in the region. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Eric King, in tonight for Doug Profit. Right now, teachers in the school district are paid around $40,000, and tonight they're asking for 5% more. But as WHAS 11 night team's Alex Dieter reports, it's money the district may not have.
Litchfield's Main Street lined in a sea of orange. Grayson County educators rallying for a pay increase with signs in hands and honks of support. Among the crowd is Grayson County Middle School special education teacher April Logsden.
Our educators are seeking elsewhere. They are leaving, and we've got a lot of great educators that would stay, you know, if they were compensated.
And Allie Franich, who just graduated from Grayson County High School and plans to become an elementary school teacher.
So my mom is a teacher, and some of my other family members are teachers, and so it's important that we all just get what we deserve in a way.
Recently passed Kentucky legislation did not mandate raises for school districts. Instead, legislators allocated money to school boards to then decide internally how to use it. The Grayson County School Board approved to put all 100% of the state funding to increase salaries. That's nearly $1 million, which adds up to a 3% raise for school staff.
As an educator, I lived paycheck to paycheck. I worked extra hours. I even worked extra jobs and had to do that in order to make sure I could meet all my bills.
A salary increase, Kentucky Education Association President Eddie Campbell says is not enough.
It was a struggle early on, and it continues to be, and it's only gotten worse and worse because educator pay has not kept up with the cost of living, the cost of inflation, especially over the last several years.
Hundreds of Grayson County educators marching down Main Street and ending up here to Public Square. Honks and applause fill the public square as they ask for what they want.
We just want the support. We want to feel like we're appreciated for our hard work and our dedication every single day for our kids to be successful.
Teachers, bus drivers, secretaries, parents.
I have kids that's already been through the system, and I have 2 more that's coming through. And I don't want their teachers having to work 2 or 3 jobs.
Lining Litchfield to rally for 2% more than the district may be able to give.
We have to do that. We have to. There's not a choice.
In Litchfield, Alex Dieter, the WHAS 11 night team on your side.
So let's break this down a little bit more. Teachers in Grayson County are paid less compared to other counties. So take a look at some of the surrounding areas. Both Breckenridge and Meade counties have starting salaries above $50,000 a year. Hart and LaRue counties start their teachers at $46,000 a year. Hardin County is a bit lower at $42,000, but the lowest paid starting salary is Grayson County, where annual teacher salaries start at $40,000. All right, an update for you tonight. A JCPS Board of Education committee voted to pass their medical marijuana policy this afternoon. That means it will now go to the full board for a vote. The state law legalizing medical cannabis in Kentucky allows school boards to decide whether or not they want the drug on their campuses. And tonight, the committee voted yes. The state gives parents 2 options. They can either let a nurse or school staff member supervise their student taking the medicine, or parents can come do it themselves. As an honorary member of Kentucky Moms for Medical Cannabis, Dee Taylor says she hears firsthand how cannabis helps kids struggling with seizures.
It needs to be available for all the kids. Anyone that needs to use it, it needs to be available. Medical cannabis has made a huge difference for so many kids, and I get goose pimples about want to cry because I'm happy to be a part of it.
We'll give you a heads up when we know the exact date that policy will be presented to the JCPS board. For the first time in its history, tickets have sold out for the Kentuckiana Pride Festival. Organizers say that's in part to the incredible talent that will be performing. And that includes Chapel Roan, who brought this crowd to a music festival just a few days ago. Yeah, massive, right? Well, here in Louisville, more than 25,000 people are expected to attend the festival on Saturday on the Big Four lawn, and that's double compared to last year. With that number of people and a national fear of threats on the LGBTQ plus community, safety is a top priority. WHAS11 Night Team's Taylor Woods talked to the Kentuckiana Pride Foundation, the Fairness Campaign, and the LMPD about steps they're taking to keep people safe.
In less than a week, this Big Four lawn will be packed with tens of thousands of people celebrating the Kentuckiana Pride Foundation's 23rd Pride Festival.
I'm super excited. We're going to be breaking records, not only at the festival itself, our parade's largest parade.
Over 25,000 folks are expected to be in attendance with more than 200 vendors. Top headliners like Akana Pop and Chapel Roan will take the stage. This is the first year the festival has ever reached capacity.
Am I concerned? I'm always concerned. When you produce a festival like this, you have to have safety in mind.
Since the United States has issued a travel advisory for LGBTQ plus people, Kentuckiana Pride Foundation is working closely with Louisville Metro Police for heightened security. In a statement, LMPD said, quote, LMPD stands ready to respond to any possible threats for large gatherings, such as the Kentuckiana Pride Festival. They went on to say LMPD will continue partnering with other law enforcement agencies and monitor to help provide safe environments for our residents and visitors.
As a gay man, I have to deal with it myself, and like you said, in 2024, it's sad we're dealing with this.
Chris Hartman, executive director of the Fairness Campaign, says just being part of the LGBTQ plus community is often a threat.
LGBTQ folks have always lived, unfortunately, with a sense of fear and danger.
Hartman wants people to know local teams are working to ensure safety.
If you have any trepidation at all, don't worry. Folks are planning for safety. We are going to make certain that everyone is as safe and secure as possible.
He and Kaufman are inviting everyone to celebrate this weekend.
Come out, celebrate, be in community.
Be your authentic self and don't be afraid to shine.
In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
The Kentuckiana Pride Parade is free and does not require tickets. That kicks off Saturday at noon in Nulu. Now the parade ends at the Big Four lawn. The festival will then wrap up at 10 o'clock. Colleen, I'm looking ahead till Saturday, and that forecast, I mean, we had 3 seasons today already, but that forecast for Saturday just looks like straight up summer.
Eric, you're going to love it. It's going to be in the 90s, but we have low humidity, so at least it's going to feel comfortable. We're not worried about crazy heat index values, just that classic summer heat that's in store this weekend. Right now, it's actually a little cool, around 5, 6 o'clock when those clouds built earlier today. I had to take my jacket out. Temperatures are in the 60s right now. Feeling a little chilly tomorrow morning as well with that dry northwest wind. We are going to be warming up as we head throughout the day. Around lunchtime in the low 70s, a perfect setup, barely any clouds in the sky. You're going to want to take advantage of this kind of sunshine because it's perfect. Only a few degrees below average, high of 79 for your afternoon tomorrow. So you really can't beat that weather. Now I do want to talk about the humidity because this is our main focus in the summertime. How comfortable is it going to be outside? Well, the next few days through Thursday, we're in that comfortable range. It does hike up on Friday with the chance of a few scattered showers, but then it goes back down on Saturday and Sunday to some comfortable levels, a bit humid in some spots, but it's all because of this high pressure that's going to build. So we're saying goodbye to that low pressure, and this is our upper levels, really going to create a dome of heat, but we're in the sweet spot where it's not going to be crazy heat index values. We're not there in that summertime season yet, but you are going to feel the warmth. I'll talk about your temperature trend coming up. Eric?
Okay, Colleen, thank you. The parents and grandparents of a missing 8-month-old girl have been arrested. Family members of Maya Rudd told police rather, that she has not been seen since April. Kentucky State Police started their investigation last Thursday after conducting a welfare check on the little girl. KSP arrested her parents, Tesla Tucker and Cage Rudd. They were arrested at a Super 8 motel in Owensboro. Neither of them knew where the baby was. They faced child abuse and abandonment charges in addition to several drug charges. Now, the baby's grandmother, Billy Rudd Smith, was also arrested during the search. She faces domestic violence charges stemming from a 2023 incident. Maya's maternal grandmother was the one with custody of the little girl. If you have any information on where this little girl might be, you can call the KSP Post 16 with tips. That number 270-826-3312. A local ramen shop is asking for some help tonight. Its building was severely damaged in a fiery crash. Well, listen to this. Police say a car was speeding on Oak Street in Old Louisville when it hit a parked car and then a tree. That car then caught on fire. Well, the fire spread to the building next door. Rinshoku Ramen is in that building. On its social media pages, the restaurant's owner said they're closed until further notice. They are focused on helping their neighbors whose apartment was damaged as well. Owners say if you'd like to help the small business, the best way to do that is to buy a gift card from their website. A group of musicians showed up for an audience rather, at Maxwell's Music today, and they showed that retirees can still rock.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be.
15 people from the Masonic retirement homes learned to play new instruments, and this was their recital. The oldest person in the band learned guitar at the age of 94. Research shows learning an instrument can keep fine motor skills sharp. So for 12 weeks, these musicians practiced for today's performance.
This is a new experience, and met some great people, and very thankful to Maxwell's Music for putting on something like this, because it really gives folks an opportunity who may not be able to do this otherwise. So even at this stage of life.
The bands got to pick their song choices, and the Beatles and John Denver were some of the favorites.